What are the precautions to be taken in this COVID time for arthritis patient? Very relevant question. Let me tell you one thing. Number one, hydroxychloroquine is useless to prevent COVID or to treat COVID. That you should remember, very important. There's a lot of noise about it. I do not want to mention countries. It is the best drug and everybody was making a fuss about it. No hydroxychloroquine for patients who to prevent COVID or when they have COVID. It's an absolute useless drug. Number two, hydroxychloroquine is absolutely safe in the COVID era in rheumatology patients because it's a wonderful drug used in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis and various other arthritic conditions. It is absolutely safe. We give them medications like methotrexate, etc. They can be safely given in COVID times. Only when they are given biologics, there is a chance of developing increased risk of developing COVID, but still we continue. There's no problem at all. So all patients with rheumatological problems during the COVID times are in no way a greater risk of COVID patients, greater risk of developing COVID infection than a normal healthy person. Only thing, if they are on steroids more than 10 to 15 milligrams per day, they are at a greater risk. So you can continue the medications and the doctor will advise you when to stop the medication. For heaven's sake, don't stop the medication without clarifying with the doctor. This is very, very dangerous. Self-medication is dangerous. In this country, you can go and get any medicine across the counter. Please do not self-medicate, and pharmacists are not qualified to give medications. After 8 years, 9 years of practice, still I have doubt which to give, which medicine to give properly. No self-medication. Don't worry, all patients with rheumatological diseases during COVID time are absolutely safe. Then the next question, psoriasis social stigma. That's a wonderful question. Psoriasis is nothing but a skin problem and it causes a lot of rash. Sometimes it's very disfiguring cosmetically. It is a social stigma. To prevent, not to exhibit it outside, people will wear, complete clothing which completely cover the body, and they wear a cap also because it is most common on the scalp. So it is a social stigma. But one thing I would like to tell society, why should there be a stigma when somebody is healed? There is nothing. Leprosy also had a social stigma. Mental illness also has got a social stigma. Why should we have a social stigma against diseases? All of us can fall ill at any point of time. It is wrong on the part of any human being to look down at a person just because he has got disease. That's very, very important. You should never look down. All of us can have disease. Some people come and ask me the question, why do I develop this problem? There is no answer at all. We immediately go and fall back on the Hindu law of karma and say it is bad karma and good karma. That's a point where you try to explain from the Bhagavad Gita. But my point is, I request society to completely not have any social stigma to any disease. When an arthritic patient is crippled and walks badly, people even say, how is he walking like this? All those things should not. We should never insult people on the basis of their physical disability at all. The important problem is you do not know how wounding it is. If I have arthritis and people keep mocking at me, it's very depressing. I will get into the shell and not even go outside. So the social stigma, I really am anonymous. I'm happy the person who asked the question is an anonymous person. But I can tell you there should not be any anonymity of having social stigma against any disease at all. Because what is disease? Dis-ease. That is not at ease, that's all. That can happen to anybody in this world. Who does not have a disease? Everybody. You take the great spiritual masters, they suffered from throat cancer, shoulder malignancy, stomach malignancy. This is a problem connected only with the body. As a human being, what you have to love is the soul inside. That's very, very important. No social stigma. Immunity boosting foods like ginger, turmeric are given. Excellent. You can take ginger. You can take turmeric. That's why I told no. Our grandma's medicine is still holding very good. All of us were criticizing. All this is nothing to do. Now the whole West is turning towards India. I would just try to tell you one important point. All these foods, only establishes the fact that old is gold. Do not decry what our culture has taught us, that spices, condiments, etc. are very good for immunity. Probably no ritualistic scientific trial has been done, but now trials have been done and they are very, very effective. So since arthritis patients are given immunosuppressants, will they work in contact? Not to that extent. Just I have rheumatoid arthritis and I am taking turmeric or anything, it will not go and work against me. They are all only in very small quantities. They appreciably help. No problem at all. You can take your rheumatology medication, you can take your turmeric, you can enjoy your garlic and all the other spices. There is no counteraction and etc. It will not have a bad effect. For a seronegative arthritis patient who's in Folitex once a week, can they take curcumin extract tablets available in the market as curcumin as an important ingredient? Yeah, you can take any ingredient, anything which contains turmeric can be taken. There's no problem at all. Turmeric is very good. In fact, abroad they have very pure capsules of turmeric available. But unfortunately, we are yet to patronize in India. It will take time for us to accept, that's very important. It has to sink into our head. And the other important problem is we have a tendency to criticize anything when it comes new, That's a bad habit. It's a very bad aspect of human society that anything which comes new, we tend to criticize without knowing the validity of it. That's what I always tell. You can never judge anything and judge anybody. If you take the Ganges, I don't know whether it is clean or dirty. It is absolutely clean at Gangotri, absolutely dirty at Howrah. How can you say the Ganges is dirty or clean? So never be judgmental. Very, very important, because what I tell today will become wrong tomorrow. This is what happened when I spoke first about COVID in a TV media. I said what I'm talking now at 6:30 is going to be false tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, and it happened also. So knowledge goes through a continuous process of change, like what Lord Tennyson said. The old order changeth, yielding place to the new. We are absolutely in changing state. Nothing is static in this world. Medicine also is not static in this world. What I tell today, if after 5 years I live and give the same talk, I may talk differently. Then the other important carry home message which I would like to give all of you people is, do not combine various schools of medicine. I do not know anything about alternative system of medicine to give my comment on. But if you are taking allopathic medicine, stick on to it. Don't take allopathic medicine in the morning, Siddha medicine in the afternoon, homeopathic medicine in the evening, and night you take some other medicine, naturopathy or anything like that. This is very bad because we do not know whether these medications interact. Hold on to one. That's very, very important. Do not combine various. Number 2, for heaven's sake, do not take steroids by yourself. That is a very bad thing which happens in this country. We doctors give steroids for a short period of time. We'll say for 4 weeks, patient will come after 4 years with diabetes, blood pressure, brittle bones and a cataract. Because steroids give very good relief. Please do not take steroids for a long period of time unless it is given by a doctor and it has to be taken by medical supervision. The second important advice I'll tell you, please do not self-medicate. Number 3, if the doctor says come after 3 months, please go after 3 months. He's not asking you to come 3 months after just to get his professional charges, because all these medications have side effects. He will order a battery of tests. You have to do this blood and urine test and show it to the doctor. Don't take the medicine. Some people will come after 8 years. What were you doing all these years? No, doctor, I didn't have time, or I did not get your appointment. Not that everybody is busy in this world throughout life. I don't think I can be busy for 8 years not to give an appointment. It's not possible at all. Not possible. When even God can see you at any point of time, why not Ramakrishna see a person at any point of time? No self-medication. Don't just follow your doctor's prescription without seeing him. That's very, very dangerous. Never do that. And number 2, don't go to the lab and you do the test yourself. No, you should not do it. That's very, very dangerous. So avoid self-medication. Regular follow-up with the doctor when it's rheumatology. Do not get worried about it and learn to be positive. If you are positive, your immune system will work better. No tension. People who are tensed and depressed, the immune system doesn't work well. So be positive, be vibrant with humor. Humor is very good. Laughter, and they say no, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but I would say a laughter a moment keeps the doctor away. That's very, very important. Humor is very, very good. Be happy. This is what I can say. This is what little I know, which I told you. You may be able to get better information elsewhere, probably in the internet, but what little I knew, I told the truth to you all. Thank you very much for a very, very patient listening.